Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And what am I actually talking about? I'm talking about the creation of a brand new book that I will be self-publishing on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform. And I'm actually going to be uploading press-ready PDF files on January 1st of 2021, celebrating a brand new year and hopefully a lot better year for everybody involved. Certainly it will be for me because I've had this book that I've wanted to write for the past 10, 15 years, but never got around to it. And then decided to on it was March 5th. I'm sorry, March 5th, Friday, March 5th of 2020. After getting back from social media marketing world, I decided to stop thinking about it and start doing something about it. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm coming down here every single night, as I have for 269 days so far consecutively, to work on this book in one form or another. Some nights I write, some nights I edit, some nights I design, some nights I format, some nights I stare at the screen going blah, 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 because I have no ideas whatsoever. And I do something to try to move the book forward. And that's what I'm doing tonight. In fact, I'm going to be going through, and I've really started to begin my editing process in earnest, where I go through each section of the book very, very closely, very carefully, looking for hiccups, obstacles, toe stubber things in the copy that make it a little less easy to read. And the only way that I've really found to do that well is to read it aloud. So that's what I'm doing. In fact, No, it's me. Oh my gosh, this is the second night. Oh my God, how did that happen? Did I sneeze and not? Yeah. Hi, Dan. Thank you for telling me that I've been talking into my video. That's 2 nights in a row that I've done this. Can you tell I'm kind of tired of working on this book? It's true. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, yeah, of course it's better. It's nice when your mic is unmuted. Sorry, man. All right, so let's see. Preening Peacock personal brand packaging. All right, so let's see how that reads. Whether they are right or wrong about this is completely subjective, but I do believe there's a huge difference between look at me preening Peacock personal brand packaging and making it easier for someone to recognize you in a crowded venue due to your visual consistency. You'll meet Jay Bear in a few pages, and he's a great example of a personal brand that takes his packaging right to the bleeding edge of that divides recognize me from look at me. But he's not the only example I can point to. How about Susie Orman, the personal finance guru? While it may vary plus or minus 10 to 15% from time to time, her hairstyle has become perfectly synonymous with her. Always a shade of dishwater to strawberry. Her swept bangs blonde hair is her signature. And she's not the only celebrity whose hair packages their personal brand. Have you ever seen a photo of the actress Zoe Deschanel without bangs? She's practically unrecognizable, but with them, this star of the sitcom The New Girl, 2011 to 2018, is easily recognizable from tens of yards away. Yeah, I am almost done, man. I got 32 days left. 32. Ugh. And actually, the book's more or less fully written, and now I'm all on editing stage, so I'm feeling good about that. Tens of yards away. Personally, I'm all for this recognize me style of personal brand packaging, and am not amused by the look at me style of gimmickry showmanship. And that's what it really comes down to. If it looks and feels like a gimmick, it is. And gimmicks are great for the kind of inauthentic salesmanship that sells lottery tickets and timeshares. Don't need a period there. But not so much personal brands. But as I said above, it's all a matter of taste. If you were in a crowded room filled with people you'd like to meet, have you created a brand? Let's call it a personal. A visual personal brand package that enables others to not only see but recognize you, then encourage them to cross the room and to say hello? If not, you're missing out on the chance to engage with future friends, colleagues, buyers, and evangelists for your brand. So how can you take advantage of this powerful yet poorly understood aspect of personal branding? Let me show you my glasses. And that will go into the Equinox EQ304. Bingo. Right there. All right, so I think I'm going to give this the green flag for check. Yeah, why? Oh, I know why. I was looking at a VU meter that was showing me my signal going in, but it wasn't going in through Ecamm Live because I had, long story short, I muted myself and didn't unmute myself until Dan, you pointed it out. So thanks for that. All right, so keep going, might as well. Can you pre-order the book? No, not yet. I actually have started getting it set up on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform. You can pre-stage all your stuff, and frankly, I haven't looked to see if you can pre-order it because I'm still over a month away. Maybe I'll get a pre-order thing going. But to be honest, going into Christmas, there are enough people out there. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it this way. If I do, I'll be mentioning it here and on my feeds on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook. So I'm sure, Dan, you'll probably stumble across it way too many times. But for now, you can't pre-order it. That's a long story to answer your very quick question, but that's true. But everything is set up more or less on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform. It's already got its shelf-keeping unit SKU code for the back and is registered with the Library of Congress and given a Library of Congress code, whatever that's called. So everything is teed up for this thing to get done. Now it just needs to get done. So let's head on back to the editing, shall we? How many? This is 1,500 words, or almost 1,400. Buddy Holly, baby. All right. I think I'm going to say goodnight for tonight because I don't want to start editing this next one. I want to come at it fresh tomorrow night. So since I have 32 days left to go and I'm guessing about 25 chapters, and if I do 2 of these, let's call it 26 for easy math, 13 days from now, I'll have gotten through the book completely. That'll still give me time to get the press-ready PDF files up to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform, where I can get a actual printed proof that will come out absolutely looking like the actual book. And that's a critical phase for the creation of any book, because you don't know if there are mistakes in the printed book unless you have the printed book. Everything can look great on your computer and digitally, and margins can look fantastic in Microsoft Word, and the cover can look fantastic and fit perfectly digitally, but until you get that physical artifact in your hands, you just don't know what mistakes are accidentally built into the machine. So I definitely, probably by December 15th, I want to upload a copy of the book, because it'll take them a week to 2 weeks to get me a proof of the book, which would put me toward the end of December, which would allow me some significant time to actually go through the book with a fine-tooth comb, looking for all those issues and getting out the proverbial or the literal red pen to go fix this, fix this, fix this. And then I would still have a couple of weeks to fix stuff before I have to get it uploaded on January 1st. So I think that's the plan, Stan, which is a long way of me saying I don't have to work anymore tonight, so I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to say, come back tomorrow night. I will promise you that my mic will be unmuted. User error. Oh, my God. And I will be back here because tomorrow night will be episode 270. That's 270 of BOOKWARD BOUND, my never-ending journey from I should really do this to done. But let me tell you, I started this right at the beginning of COVID, before COVID shut everything down. Literally, I got back from Social Media Marketing World on a Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Thought about this on Thursday and started it Friday. And every night since then, I've been doing this to work on the book. And I guess this is probably the perfect time to do it, because there are relatively few distractions, because we've all been locked up or locked down because of COVID. So it's been said that William Shakespeare wrote Hamlet, I think, and a couple of other plays during some of the plague periods in London. I'm not claiming to be any Shakespeare, but I am taking advantage of a big plague to enable me to focus on this a little bit better. So there is that. Believe me, I'd rather not have the plague, but if you got to make lemonade out of lemons, that's what I'm doing. So that's me, DP Knudten, for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which comes out every single Monday. In fact, a new episode came out today, with Kate Toon, my friend from Sydney, Australia, who's a fantastic digital marketer and just a delightful Brit who lives in Sydney. And she's one of those people that once you hear her, you'll go, wait a minute, I want to know more about her. And you'll be able to find her. That's Kate Toon, Kate Toon, Toon. Definitely check out the podcast. This episode that dropped today is the first of 2 episodes. She'll be on next week as well. So be sure to check those out wherever you get your podcasts for free. As I said, that's it for me tonight. I will see you tomorrow. But until then, theme music, take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.